Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Awakening Heart Mindful Community of Mindful Living here at Dallas Meditation Center. Really glad you could join us on this wonderful spring day. Hope you've enjoyed some outdoor time, or at least if you're here in the area where we're at here in Dallas, it's a really nice day. And wherever you're calling from, welcome to you. And if you're here live with us, welcome. And I guess you're probably live if you're here with us, but I'm meaning if you're here at the time we're broadcasting, welcome. And if you've caught us at another time, like you found us on YouTube or checking us out in the archives, welcome to you as well. Please do enjoy your time here with us. And just know it's an easy practice. You don't have to really do anything other than, enjoy the present moment. Tonight we will be having our usual sitting meditation or guided meditation, as well as a talk, and we're delighted to have special musical guest Robin Hackett with us tonight as well, and you'll hear from her a little bit later. But for right now, I welcome you to, if you're on YouTube, please do check in and say hello in the chat window, and I'll read those a little bit later on. It's always nice to know when there are people here. And also please do press that magic like or thumbs up button on YouTube, and that really does help others find us here on YouTube. So with that, I'll just say welcome, and you can sit back and enjoy two sounds of the bell. And if you know the opening affirmation, you can say it along with us.
Noble community, we gather here now to honor the way of peace and nonviolence, to honor the way of wisdom and compassion, the way of joy and beauty, in solidarity with one another, with all humanity, and with all life on earth. Friends on the path, we gather here now to deepen our solidity like a mountain, and to renew our freshness like a flower, through mindful sitting and walking, mindful singing and breathing, and mindful speaking and listening. Family of awakening, we gather here now to celebrate the one infinite light that shines through many religions and many cultures, to cultivate the wisdom of our many teachers, both ancestral and contemporary, and to affirm the capacity within ourselves and all persons of every race, gender, orientation, and tradition to realize full and complete enlightenment.
Welcome, everybody. I just want to kind of piggyback on what Cornell said and welcome you. I hope you'll stay with us the whole time because not only do we have special music, but we have a guest speaker, and there will be time for sharing. And I think you might want to tune in for that. So please welcome Robin Hackett, good friend of the Meditation Center, an accomplished musician, even an author, and a speaker. So we're happy to have you, Robin. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you all very much. And I'm really happy to be back. And I'm back in Dallas. I've been here 2 weeks. And so I think you guys are my first gig, actually. We won't call it a gig, my first sharing of music to a wonderful community. So here's a song I'd like to share with you called I Am Light. I am light. I am light. And I am light. I am light. I am not the things my family did.
I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. And I am light. I am light. I am not mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am light. Yes, I am light. I am light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I'm not my race. My soul inside is all light. I am light. And I am light. I am light. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. I am light. Yes, I am light. I am light. And I am light. I am light. Om.
Wow. Thank you so much, Robin. That was wonderful. It's hard not to smile when listening to music like that. So now, as a being of light, I will read the contemplation before sitting. The Sangha is invited to go back to our breathing so that our collective energy of mindfulness brings us together as an organism, going as a river with no more separation. Let the whole Sangha breathe as one body, generate peace as one body, be free as one body. Let us transcend the boundaries of a delusive self, liberating ourselves from the superiority complex, the inferiority complex, and the equality complex. We are aware that the happiness and suffering of all people is also our own happiness and suffering. We see ourselves in all people and all people in ourselves. We are one with those caught in situations of oppression. We are also one with the oppressors. We are one with the wise and good people who are present everywhere in the world. We are one with those who are able to embrace the whole of this world with their heart of love and their two arms of caring action. We are a people with enough peace, joy, and freedom to be able to offer fearlessness and the joy of life to living beings around us. We see that we are not alone. The love and the joy of great beings who are present in this world are supporting us, not allowing us to drown in despair, and showing us the way of understanding, compassion, and right action.
Dear Thai, dear Sangha, dear friends, what a beautiful way to start. We are the light, and as I'm sitting here, I'm looking outside my window and the light's coming in and it's reflecting on my sweet little red breakfast nook. And the leaves are dancing outside and there's light. And then I don't know if you can see my sweet dog, but she woke up when I rang the bells. So here we are, and today we're going to do a beautiful meditation from the book The Blooming of a Lotus, written by Thich Nhat Hanh. And I just love that this is the meditation for today because it is about being one with the Buddha. And as Robin's saying, you know, we have the divinity within us, we have the star within us, and we are all one. And so this practice today is going to be an acknowledging that divinity and being with that divinity as one. And please feel free to pick whatever representation you want of that. It can be the Buddha, it can be Jesus, or a bodhisattva, or any one of the of our great teachers from many traditions. So feel free to pick one that feels really personal to you. So before we begin, let's just take a moment so we can kind of come into this space and into this place. And of course, we always want to just allow ourselves to settle, but let's just do a few head rolls, gently bringing your chin to your chest and rolling your right ear over to your right shoulder, then gently kind of coming up and over your left ear to your left shoulder, and then moving down to the chest again. Just taking your time and breathing in, and when you're halfway through, breathing out. And then when you come back down and you're around and your chin is at your chest again, then reverse the way you're going and go back to the left now and around to the right. And do that a couple times, just very gently, just relaxing the muscles in the neck. Beginning to feel yourself settle now. And then when you're done with that last round, just lift your head up, relax your shoulders down, place your hands on your belly, and begin to do the soft belly breath. Breathing into your belly, letting your belly get soft and fill up like a balloon on the inhale. Then exhale nice and long and slow. So you get that sense of the breath going down into the torso. Embody that breath. It's not just something we do without thinking when we're meditating. We actually recognize the air as it comes in, moves our belly and makes our belly soft. Try not to hold your belly in. Let your belly bellow out. And then exhale and your belly goes slightly back towards your backbone. And then just taking the seat that you choose, just getting a little bit more stable in whatever type of meditation you want to do, whether that's sitting on a cushion or a chair or standing or laying down. And just take a few more seconds just to get that perfect little spot and then settle. Again, bringing your breath to your belly, letting your shoulders reach down, and begin to enter into the quiet of the moment. Even if there's sounds around you, things can be buzzing around you, but you can be silent and quiet within. So taking a few breaths here, just settling. No striving or working. You just want a natural abiding here. Just a gentle being without having to work. And here is our mindfulness of the awakened one. Seeing the Buddha before me in the seated meditation position, I breathe in. Joining my palms in respect, I breathe out. Buddha sitting, joining my palms in respect. Seeing the Buddha in me, I breathe in. Seeing myself in the Buddha, I breathe out. Buddha in me in Buddha. Buddha in me in Buddha. Seeing the boundary between myself and the Buddha disappear as the Buddha smiles, I breathe in. Seeing the boundary between the one who respects and the one who is respected disappear as I smile, I breathe out. Buddha smiles, no boundary. I smile, no boundary. Seeing myself bowing deeply to the Buddha, I breathe in. Seeing the strength of the Buddha enter me, I breathe out, bowing deeply to the Buddha, strength of Buddha in me. Now let's end this practice with Om, the universal sound of oneness, as Robin sang in her song. So please feel free to chant with me if you'd like at home. Om. Om. And now we get to hear our beautiful Bobby sing the Brahma Viharas.
May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. May all beings be joyful. May all beings be at peace. Brahma Vihara Maitri. Brahma Vihara Karuna. Brahma Vihara Mudita. Brahma Vihara Upeksha. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. May all beings be joyful. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be at peace. May all beings
now, please join me in reciting the 3 jewels. And then the refuge chant. If you do not know the words, then listen along. Our Buddha nature is our nature to move past obstacles, the guiding force that helps us to move along a path to freedom. The Dharma represents the words and teachings that help to keep us moving forward on our path to freedom. The Dharma is expressed not only in the words we hear and read, but in the words that each of us uses when we communicate. The Sangha is the community that gathers and positively supports each other along the path to freedom. Our practice group that is gathered today is a Sangha. Those that could not make it today are also the Sangha. Our families and other supportive groups in our everyday lives are also part of our Sangha. We take refuge in the Buddha, the awakening heart of infinite light, that which shows us the way in this life. We take refuge in the Dharma, the awakening path of infinite light, the way of understanding and of love. We take refuge in the Sangha, the awakening community of infinite light, those who live in harmony and awareness.
Well, thank you for that wonderful meditation, Jennifer. It was very refreshing for me, and let's see. I will read. Just only a few of you have checked in, so I'll read what you've read your check-ins in the chat window on YouTube, and you can still do that if you want. I'll read a few more later if some of you have. But Luis is bowing in, grateful for the beautiful day. Sandy says hello, and Steve bows in. So welcome to all of you. And in the chat window, you'll find, I just put a link. It's also in the description of this video if you are looking later and you don't see the live chat. And that is the link to help support these gatherings so that they may continue. If you were at a church service, this would be the point where we would pass around the plate. If you were at a yoga studio, you would have either paid your monthly membership, or you would have dropped something at the desk on your way in. We are neither of those, but still have the same expenses as those. And so to keep these going and visiting you every week in your living room for now until we're back in person, please do join in. And the process of giving is beneficial to others as well as yourself. And so the link for donating is in the chat window, and it's you can go to dallasmeditationcenter.com/give, or you can do it easily by phone by texting the word mindful to the number 44321. So I'd like now to ask our friend Robin Hackett to play and sing another song for us. Robin's been, as Bobby said, a long-time friend of this organization, and I remember the first time that she sang and played for us over in the house over on Forest Lane behind Unity. So Robin, love to hear from you again.
There's a light, there's a light in the darkness, and the blind cannot harm us. We can trust not to fear, for our comfort is near. There's a light in the darkness. It will rain, yes, it will rain in the desert, in the cracks of the plains. There's a treasure, like the thirst of the sea. We await, we believe it will rain, it will rain in the desert. And we will fly, we will fly, we will let go to this world. We will die, but our hearts know we'll see more on that side when the door opens wide. We will fly, we will fly, we will fly, we will fly, we will let go.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Robin. Wow. That your song reminds me of 5 remembrances. So I'm not going to say them, but maybe if somebody wants to know, they'll come to the sharing and I'll tell you then. So Cornell is going to put the link for Zoom in the chat window for you guys. And I really hope you'll all join us on Zoom so that you can, so that we can see you, and so that you can chat with us about the talk or whatever is kind of on your heart. So I'm really happy tonight to introduce a friend of the Sangha, actually a longtime member of the Sangha, Shrad Saxena. He's going to talk to us about what being friends on the path means to him. And because we've been talking about this all year, in fact, we're going to talk about it for the rest of the year. So perhaps you've thought about what it means to you to have friends on the path, or what these friends are, who they are. And so I'm happy to hear what he has to share about that. And also, I was just thinking, because of this beautiful day, and my next door neighbor was in his backyard digging a hole to plant a flower or a pot, I'm not sure what, but it made me think of Shrad because I know he's an avid gardener. So please welcome him and thank him for taking the time out from this beautiful day to be with us.
Good evening. Thank you, Bobby, for inviting me to speak today. I hope my sound is carrying okay. This is a different setup than our usual one-on-ones, but so I hope the sound carries. And thank you all for being here to listen to me. Our theme for this year, as Bobby mentioned, is Friends on the Path. And I will speak to you today about what this phrase means to me. First, a few words about myself. I've been visiting Dallas Meditation Center for a few years now, especially the Sunday Awakening Heart Sangha. Before the COVID outbreak last year, I was quite regular in my attendance, but I stopped for a while last year. I've started attending these sessions again, starting a few weeks ago, and I'm really glad I did. And I'm looking forward to the time when we can all be together in the same room again. Besides the regular weekly attendance at the Sangha, I do not have any special training or qualifications in spiritual or religious topics. I think I'm like many of us here, trying to find our way in the world while causing the least amount of pain to ourselves and others. By training and profession, I work in the area of computer engineering. It's somewhat of a dry topic without too much human interaction, of course with colleagues, but not too much human interaction. So one of the speakers few weeks ago was the leader from the Ananda Center. I think her name was Supriya. Is that right, Bobby? Her name was Supriya. And she mentioned that there are many forms and approaches of knowing and understanding. We can know or understand something intellectually, intuitively, emotionally, and through our feelings. Have an understanding that is expressed through faith, an understanding that's expressed through music and all forms of art. All these and perhaps many more are all valid forms of knowing, no one being better than the other. I have a need to understand things intellectually, a need to understand the whats and the whys in addition to the whens and the hows. I think the word Supriya used was Jnana Yogi, and I really like that phrase because Jnana in Sanskrit means knowledge, and yogi to me is not someone who occasionally does a few yoga postures, but someone who has a specific attitude and approach and an aim to strengthen the body and mind. In that sense, Jnana Yogi to me is someone who has a specific attitude and approach to knowledge with an aim to understand the world through it. I will speak about what Friends on the Path means to me by trying to understand these words and what they could imply. Let's start with the path, which I think is the simpler concept of the two. What is the path we are on? Where does it lead to? We often use many different words to describe the path we are on. Commonly used words are path to end suffering, path to enlightenment, the Eightfold Path, path of mindfulness. Are all these the same path? Or maybe different paths? Can any one individual be on all these paths at the same time? Perhaps at different distances on each of these paths? Is one path in some sense superior to the other? Is there an order in which these paths should be undertaken? That is one path a prerequisite for the other paths? Or is one path contained in the others? Boy, so many questions. And I thought path was the simple concept of the two. What I have understood from attending our Sangha meetings and some of my own reading is that these paths are all the same. It is the path of awareness. But awareness of what? I think it is the awareness of the consequences of all our actions on ourselves and others. And since actions are outcomes of our thoughts, emotions, biases, and prejudice, an awareness of our inner life. This awareness is mindfulness. This awareness and understanding of the interrelatedness of ourselves and our actions to everything else is enlightenment. The Eightfold Path tells us the different aspects of this awareness, and the claim, at least, is that such awareness leads to end of suffering. I agree this cannot be a completely satisfactory explanation of the very deep and complex concept of what path we are on or what we should be on. There are, of course, many more aspects to it. But for purposes of today's discussion, let us take this as a working definition and see if it helps us make progress in our understanding of who our friends on this path would be. So the next question is, who are friends? Wikipedia says friendship is a relationship of mutual affection between people. Certain characteristics are present in many such bonds. There is affection, there is kindness, there is love, virtue, sympathy, empathy, honesty, altruism, generosity, forgiveness. That's interesting. Mutual understanding, enjoyment of each other's company, trust, ability to be oneself, express one's feeling and make mistakes without judgment. And perhaps many more. Does a friend have to have all these attributes? Maybe only some. How about if there is only one of these attributes? So let us be generous today and say that any one of these attributes is enough. Maybe on some other day when we are feeling more miserly, we can be perhaps more demanding. But for today, let's be generous. Who then would qualify as our friend on our path to awareness of our actions and its consequences? So let's play a game. We will take different categories of people in our lives. And if they show any one of these attributes and any others that come to your mind, we will call them a friend. Conversely, if someone intuitively meets our definition of a friend, we will check which of these attributes they satisfy and which ones are missing. So let's start with ourselves. Are you your friend? Well, if not you, then who? But do we show ourselves affection? Kindness? What about forgiveness? Trust? Love? What about honesty? Which one of the many attributes of friendship do we exhibit towards ourselves? Which ones are missing? Why? Can we expand the attributes of friendship we extend to ourselves? Let's think of a spouse or a significant other or a very good friend. One certainly hopes so. That's kind of a circular definition to say a good friend is a friend, but so we can say, okay, spouse or significant other. One certainly hopes so. There are definitely bonds of affection, kindness, love, honesty, and many more. Someone close but not related. Well, again, if they are close, we must enjoy their company. So that checks off an attribute. Perhaps there is honesty and trust too, and the ability to be oneself. What about an occasional acquaintance? if our path is that of awareness of our actions and its consequences, and we take it as given, take it as something that is really beyond dispute, that we do not want to be hurtful or otherwise cause pain or harm, we definitely wish a casual acquaintance well. There is some kindness, perhaps even empathy. And again, since we are feeling generous today, we will count them as a friend. What about a difficult person from past or present? Maybe even someone who has caused you pain. Now, this gets challenging. Definitely not affection, maybe not even generosity. What about understanding? Perhaps still a bit difficult. How about forgiveness? This is something that is totally in our control and ours to give. Remember, we are feeling generous today. Let's see how far we can extend this approach. How about larger groups of people? People in this Sangha. I think that's easy peasy. Now, the Sangha seeks to allow everyone to express their feelings and make mistakes without judgment. And that was one thing we said is an attribute of friendship. There's definitely mutual understanding. That's why we are all here. And perhaps even enjoyment of each other's company. People with whom you share the same interests or profession. Again, at the very least, there is mutual understanding of motivations, challenges, and joy. What about rest of humanity? Now, there is a little bit of danger here of diluting our concept of friendship such that it loses meaning and potency, especially when we try to extend the attributes we bring to our friendship. We do not want to suffer from compassion fatigue. But if our path is one of awareness, awareness of actions and its consequences, and again, we take as given beyond any dispute that our goal is to avoid pain and suffering to ourselves and others, then we need at least kindness, perhaps even sympathy and empathy towards almost everyone. The point is that this expansive view of friendship is not an act of generosity in our part, but instead it is an act of self-interest. Just as our actions can cause unhappiness in others, they can also cause us. Their actions can also cause us, excuse me, their actions can also cause us unhappiness. So there is this symmetry here, but we only control one side of this symmetry. So this expansive view of friendship requires building our capacity for kindness, sympathy, empathy, and goodwill. And metta meditation is one practice that helps us build these capacities. So, let's end this part of our Sangha today with a short metta meditation. It'll take, I think, about 4 minutes or so. I'll try to time it so we don't kind of get lost in it. So if you're not already sitting comfortably, sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take a deep breath and slowly exhale. Do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, and start with yourself. Bring your attention to yourself and send yourself wishes of well-being and encouragement. In your mind, or softly say, may I be happy. May I live in ease. May I be free of pain. Now bring your attention to someone close to you, perhaps someone you love. Send them wishes of well-being. May you be happy. May you live in ease. May you be free of pain. Now direct your attention to a casual acquaintance, maybe a coworker or someone you see occasionally. Send them wishes of well-being. May you be happy. May you be at ease. May you be free of pain. Now, bring your attention to someone who is challenging, perhaps even someone who may have hurt you. Send them wishes of well-being. May you be happy. May you live in ease. May you be free of pain. Next, spread your goodwill to members of this Sangha. May we be happy. May we live in ease. May we be free of pain. Expand the sphere of goodwill to this city, state, country. May we be happy. May we live in ease. May we be free of pain. Finally, expand the sphere of goodwill to include all humanity. May everyone be happy. May everyone live in ease. May everyone be free of pain. Amitabh.
Oh my goodness, thank you, Shrad. That was a wonderful talk. I especially like that in the beginning you invited us to be generous, to be generous in the ways that we thought about friends, to be generous in the attributes. A lot of good things that I hope we can all share about when we go to the Zoom link. Um, so we would like to invite Robin to sing one more song before we skip over to Zoom. And then after that, Cornell will have something to say and Nick will do the closing chant. So hang on. And thank you again, Shred.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. Forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous, may you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright, and be strong. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of change do shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. And may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young, forever young, forever young.
Thank you, Robin. Yeah, I feel very filled tonight. It reminds me a lot of when we, years ago, when we were meeting in person. Well, even not so many years ago, but I just have one of those feelings, those when something feels very familiar. It just reminds me of all those years of gathering with this group and having music and talk and all that, and just feeling complete. So in a moment, we're going to say goodbye to those of you on YouTube, but the link to join the Zoom meeting are in the chat window on YouTube. And if you're already on Zoom, hang there. And so in a few days, probably you will get the May newsletter, and I hope that you've been enjoying the new monthly newsletter. We used to have one every month when we were meeting in person, and we kind of got away as we were meeting online, but it's back, and we'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And if you aren't getting it, please do sign up for our mailing list. And if you are getting it and aren't reading it, well, that one's on you. There's a surprise in there for you when you open it up. Anyway, I'd like to now, so like I said, in a bit, well, we will join up over on Zoom. But for now, I'd like Nick to close this part of our gathering here on YouTube, and then we'll see you over on Zoom in a bit.
All right. Well, I'm very grateful to be here and hear everyone's contributions. I look forward to seeing you all. I also just got this awesome new bell, so I was hoping I get to use it today. Well, let's listen to 3 sounds of it, and then we'll do our closing chant. Countless beings we vow to free, ceaseless afflictions we vow to end, limitless truth doors we vow to open, the deepest paths of awakening we vow to realize.
So goodbye to those of you on YouTube. Please do join us over on Zoom, and we will see you in a few moments.